Yesterday I hit rank 35 with a score of 541k with Robinette, and here's how I did it. This will be an in-depth guide on when to greed, what to use, how I know when the run is cooked, and what to do in the later stages. If that is your cup of tea, enjoy. First off, you need Robinette. Why, you ask? In my opinion, she's the best class to try to get high scores. One of the reasons is that she doesn't rely on legendaries on stage 1. They do help, and yes, you want to have 1 or 2 of the staples, but she only needs a green credit card for this to work. Let me explain. Luck Tome was a staple for every class in Megabonk, but now time has changed. You can easily get your luck up with a few credit cards and some fees. Alright, we don't use Luck Tome, but what do we use? We are going for the XP Tome. It's a no-brainer in runs, just lets you max your weapons and tomes the fastest. Next we go with the Gold Tome. Why gold, you ask? Because of Robinette's passive. She gets 1% extra gold every level, but she also gets about 10% damage for every 1000 gold you have. This run we had about 190 million. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. How we got to that number I'll explain later. We go for Curse Tome. This is a must for this build. We have to boost our difficulty as high as we can for more mobs to spawn. There are some other ways to boost your difficulty without Curse Tome. Skulls, Greed Shrines, also Chaos Tome, but those are not reliable strategies in my opinion. While we're on the topic of Chaos Tome, that will be our last tome. At the start I wasn't feeling the Chaos Tome, but quickly it changed my mind. The random stat it gives you are massive. Usually these are pretty useless, but there are some that are crazy good. The weapons I chose were Bow, Dice, Katana and Executioner. We take the first 3 for crit scaling and Executioner for its execute. The items are also important. For uncommon, just check key and nothing else. Rare, you go with Echo Shard, Idle Juice and Kevin. Epics only Grandma and Grandpa, and for Legis you take these. Now if you want to try this, be ready to reset like a lot. There are many things that have to fall in place for this to work. Momentum is your best friend. I failed a lot of these at stage 1, sometimes stage 2. Some of them even go to the end, but I wasn't satisfied. First we had 440k, pretty good, but I was missing the key for this to work. Kevin. Yes, that little bugger that hits you whenever you sneeze. Everyone and their mother already knows about the Kevin Golden Shield combo, but in short, you hit enemy, Kevin hits you, you get gold. This gold scales with your gold tome and with her passive. This is the core of this build. In one run, I had like 6 Joe's dagger, but I was missing Kevin. And in the other, I almost hit top 100 with no Joe's dagger for almost the whole run and had 50 million more gold. Now, how to sustain Kevin damage? Pretty easy. You just get lifesteal on your shrines or chaos tome, or even just having holy tome is fine. The important part for these to work is the green card. You need at least 1. You don't open chest until you get 1. Watch out for the shady merchants, that's the easy way to get them. Also banish Spiky Shield, Scarf and Slurp Gloves. Those are the epics you don't want to see, and you are left with 4 banishes for your legendaries. If you don't hit the green card, this is where I reset and go for another try. Now that you got the credit card after some restarts, now you look for a key. Any amount is fine before you start opening chests. If you find a microwave, that works too. Just dump whatever and dupe the key. If you get a legendary, that will help with damage. But if not, moldy cheese and your gold is the damage you need. Also try to find a wrench for shrines. Just makes them go faster and you get better rewards. For shrines on stage 1, you look for projectile count, double jump, and of course, shield. Greed shrines, you click only if you have damage. Boss shrines, you use them all. If you don't have the damage, just click 1 or 2 and leave the rest for later. For level ups, you focus on weapons first, then XP and gold, then the rest. If you feel your damage is still low, upgrade a few more weapons. Anyways, clear the whole map and open the chest you can. Hitting a free chest doesn't scale the price for next chest, so that's good for our gold balance. Slay the boss and farm the ghost for a minute or so and go to stage 2. Stage 2 is where you try to determine our RNG. This is the stage we try to hit max greed after the boss. For now, you just run the map as usual. The more chests we open, the more luck we get. We aim for at least 100 or 150 luck so we have a decent chance for legis. This won't make you hit legendary every time, but it's still a good number. Keys are your friend. At this point, my chests are still only 500 gold. At stage 2, the main stat you want from your shrines are crit chance, attack speed, size, and some lifesteal. We try to hit 100% crit and lifesteal lifesteal, and the size will help with Holy Book. The luck kicked in and we hit Soul Harvester, Holy Book, and the Anvil. Soul Harvester is your clear, Holy Book your regen, and Anvil for maxing our weapons damage. Dagger for late game stacking, and Orb will be our CC. The rest is just damage. For Cleaver to work, you want to have lifesteal so you can proc it more. The tome you want to focus on first is XP, as we mentioned. We are taking it till we hit X10. That's the cap of the XP. You can check it in your lower part of your stats. Then just pick gold until maxed. Also a few curse tome in between. With this strat, you will max your weapons and tomes before you go to stage 3. If you find a blue microwave, dupe Kevin's and golden shields. If you have one of each, dupe a Kevin first and then hope it doesn't take your gold shield. After that, you just dupe the golden shield, so even if it hits Kevin, you still have one left. After you went around the whole map and opened every chest and pot there is, you can start farming the swarm. With Magnet, this would be easy, but this run I didn't have one, so I had to move around to get the XP. After you max every stat, stay close to the portal and farm as much kills as you can. If you have Zavarudo, stay till you lose your extra life. If you unfortunately don't have it, stay on the portal until the red ghost spawn. Lighting Orb is super good for keeping the ghost in place. The more you have, the more it procs. Just move around a bit so they don't touch you and farm until Za procs. Here is some tech I'm gonna share with you. The moment you get in stage 3, just fly around the map and find challenge summons and boss shrines. Hit every one of them and get your free chests. Leave unopened chests and pots. Also, do shrines after you check the whole map. Now, you will probably see Moais sitting around, but don't open them yet. Our goal is to farm chests until we hit 2 lamps. If you already have 2 lamps before going in stage 3, this won't work. The point for this is that Moai can have a lamp in it. If you take it instantly, the extra one won't spawn in chest. With this, we have a chance to hit the super rare 3 lamps. This just quadruples our chances on procs like Joe's dagger for instance. There is a reason the dev kept it at 2. It's super good. This also works for anvils, but at this point, you are maxed on everything so it doesn't matter. Also, shady guys can spawn with lamps too, so you might even hit the 4 lamp. Now you will start to get more legendaries in chests. The last 4 banishes we left are for Magnet, Gloves, Soul Harvester, and Fort. You want one of each before banishing them. Gloves you can banish instantly, and Soul Harvester you can get a few if you want. Anyways, after you do that, the last swarm will spawn. By this point, you go on and open every pot now, and every chest that you still didn't open. After that, just find a flat place and move objects that can screw your vision to the ghost. I just moved the boxes of the platform I'm on, and the pillar can only be moved from the mobs, so I got lucky and it went down. Do the same jiggle movement like in stage 2 and stay till Za procs and scatter to the last stage. You will one-shot the boss and stay in the middle so everything can spawn around you. They will spawn chests so you can min-max it to its fullest. You want to see the damage items in these. I like to stay at the east and position myself next to the slimmer part of the portal. I'm still not sure if this works like that, but the shots get blocked less by the portal from this spot. Not still sure if that's the case, but I like to think it works like that. Now that we hit red ghosts, they will slowly close in on you. The circle you see around us is Holy Book and it scales with size. Our size was about 2.1x, but if you get 3 or more, the Holy Tome will start doing damage more quickly. Nothing more left than to pray that none of them squeeze through and that our mirrors will reflect some damage. The moment you proc your Za, you can go and open chest for some extra kills, but the run is over at this point. This run was still not optimized and this can go even higher. My guess is 600k and more, so maybe try to beat my high score. That's about it. Peace.